Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Guys, act like I've been gone for a week. Took one night off. Well, not even really. I did. I did. I did two live streams yesterday. Two, and this is the first live stream today. But I did two live streams yesterday, and people this morning were like, "Dude, you disappeared. Where are you?" I'm like, I did two live streams today. What are you talking about? Good times. What's up, guys? I have spent this entire day getting ready for my trip to Jasmine Labs. I leave tomorrow morning. So yeah, I've just been running around. All this last minute little stuff, like having to pick up those stupid adapters that you plug into the wall so you can plug in your laptop and stuff like that. Crazy, guys, crazy. All that little stuff adds up, right? So, what's going on? How's everybody feeling? Let's get into it a little bit here, shall we? Eddie, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. D's Nuts. Oh, D's Nuts is back at it, sprinkling those gifts, those blessings on all of you. All of you, make sure you definitely, since D's Nuts have been MIA for so long, make sure you show your undying gratitude to D's Nuts for the generosity. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good to see you back, D's Nuts. Good. I love seeing D's Nuts in the chat. Okay. What's going on, guys? What do we got? 236 people watching. We got 75 likes, guys. We can easily nail 100. Let's get it. Let's get into the chat a little bit, too. Let's see what's going on out there. Jeffrey, what's up, buddy? Excited for these prices. Can I get an amen to that, man? Holy smokes, he's here. Everyone's been looking to get your daily fix of crypto future. Yes, you don't know what you got till it's gone, I suppose, right? Yeah, I've been waiting for you to go online. Here I am. Quinn, what's up, buddy? Yes, guys, here's the thing. I am bringing my laptop with me as well, so tomorrow is a lot of traveling. My flight leaves first thing tomorrow morning. But I will be live streaming from like the airport and all that kind of stuff as we go through the day, right? So now there is a 10-hour window. I'm going to see if I can. I don't think I can live stream from the plane. I'm going to be paying for the Wi-Fi, but I don't know if the Wi-Fi is good enough on a plane over the ocean to be live streaming on. So I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we'll find out. Hope everyone bought the dip we had earlier today. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing, guys. I talked about this over on the Patreon for the last like 2 weeks, or not even, like last week, whatever, right? Guys, not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, right? You should not be DCAing into your altcoins right now, in my opinion. You should be DCAing, it's just my opinion, into stable coins or Bitcoin, right? You got to wait for confirmation of a local bottom. Otherwise, you're just trying to catch a falling knife. You don't want to, put money in today and then you wake up tomorrow and whatever you put money into today fell by another 10, 15%, right? That doesn't feel good, right? Wait for confirmation of a local bottom. Again, do what you want to do, not financial advice, but that would be my strategy right now. That is my strategy right now. So I hit Gary Daly. What's going down, my guy? What's going down? JJ, thank you so much, guys. Guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for the concern. This is my first time flying overseas, so it is a little bit, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. All right, where are we? Back in the chat. Where? H. Barbarina in the house. Are you in Japan yet? No, I leave tomorrow morning. Carlos, what's up? Super Rob, if the head and shoulders pattern plays out, we still see an alt season. Well, when Bitcoin, if the head and shoulders pattern plays out, right, then what we would see is alts will definitely climb with Bitcoin. Will likely come back down. If this head and shoulders plays out, we'll come down around this range, somewhere between 86,000 and 78,000. 79,000, somewhere in that little range there, right? Somewhere right around here, right? We'll likely come down there, and then we'll have a relief rally, right? Probably the relief rally would end up coming back up somewhere between 100. Like we have a CME gap at 100 or at 96,000. Sorry, we have another one that tops off at $110,500. Okay, so the rally would likely bring us all the way back up to around 110,000. That would be your head and shoulders pattern, and then that would be your big plummet to the downside. But what I would remind you is that this is not the daily chart you're looking at. This is the weekly chart, right? So that could take 8 to 12 more weeks to play out. So, but yes, if, again, not financial advice, but if this is a head and shoulders pattern that's getting ready to play out, when you're in this range around $109,000, $110,000 for Bitcoin, alts will rally too. That's where, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but that is where you'd probably want to, if you want to exit your positions, that would be the time to do it, right? You don't want to do it down here where we are now. You don't want to do it in this area here at such a big loss, right? You want to come all the way back up here. That's when you want to do it, right? You can do it, put your back into it. So yeah, just something to think about. So yeah. Leo, safe travels, my brother. Thank you so much. Yes, I know you guys have a Pico meeting tomorrow. Got pushed off from today, right? I will not be able to make it, unfortunately, but Ramona will keep me up to date on what's going on. She always does. She always does. What else do we have? Carlos, head and shoulders pattern. You know me. Have a safe trip, Rob. Enjoy Japan. Can't wait to hear the content. Yes, I'm actually looking up other cryptocurrency companies in Japan. Maybe I can sneak in a visit to one or two other crypto companies while I'm there besides just Jasmine, right? I am there for a whole week, so it would be interesting. And here's the thing, guys. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content that's only going to be released over on the Patreon, first of all, right? And the documentary is going to be pre-released early over on the Patreon as well. So hit the likes and subscribe. Everyone says, you know me. Overcome says, buying all the way to zero. Yes, going to zero since 2009, baby. J Money, we got Bulbasaur in the house. Jack, what's up, buddy? No matter what the market does, I truly appreciate the knowledge and sharing your experience throughout the market. Have a safe flight, brother. Thank you so much. Yamaha, safe travels, Rob. Take time and enjoy Japan. That's the plan. That's the plan. It's going to be a lot of work, though. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming from there. A lot of content's going to be coming out of there, guys. I'm going to have a lot of downtime as well. So if you're on our trading tier over on the Patreon, there's going to be a boatload of trades that I'm going to be uploading over there as well. So, Adam, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Picking up extra shifts at McDonald's to try and break even. There we go. Yes, I'm going to go take a second job at McDonald's, and then I'm going to work the night shift at Burger King, and then I'm going to work the morning shift at Wendy's. Got to make that cheddar, man. Philip just joined the swing trade tier and excited to make the extra dry powder. Thanks for all you do. Have safe travels. Thank you so much, Philip. And you know what? It's awesome to have you up in there, man. That sounded wrong. It's awesome to have you in the trading tier, brother. Like I said, while I'm in Japan, I will be dropping a lot of trades for you guys. So it's going to be pretty exciting for sure. What else do we have? Ghetto Born. What if I want to catch the falling knife? Well, I mean, you certainly are allowed to for sure. Amazing Coins. What's up, man? Have safe travels, Rob. All I can do this week is buy Miria. So, yeah, Miria's such a phenomenal price, guys. Absolutely. Fridge. Blessings, Rob, and safe travels. Thank you so much, brother. Guys, thank you so much for all of the support. It's truly, truly appreciated. Where are we? Let me find my spot. Focus. Shohara, Pico, and Gary. Yes, Ramon is actually going to be sending me a Pico shirt so I can try to convince Hara to put it on, actually. That would be a perfect gift for Hara, actually, right? Not just to get him to put it on, but just to give it to him as a gift. Rod, what's up, buddy? Enjoy your trip to. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Carlos says, Rob, how are you, brother? Holding some cash, about 30K. Wanted to know your opinion if I should put it into Swift or Jasmine right now. I wouldn't put it into anything right now, brother. If it was me personally, I would hold it until we got confirmation of a bottom, right? Wait for confirmation. I would hate to see you put that 30 grand into the market only to see your altcoins drop another 15, 20%. That would suck, right? So not financial advice, but me personally, I would wait for confirmation of a bottom first. You should separate that 30K into a few projects when ape in. Yes. Are we expecting ZBEC to pull back? Probably, yeah. Yeah, guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. What do we got? Almost 300 people watching right now. We have, how many likes do we have? 108. Not bad, guys, but we can get to 200 with that many people watching. Alfredo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. What if ZBEC doesn't pull back and takes off? Better off just doing some DCA. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, anything's possible. Anything is possible, right? 93 people watching. Yeah, it's just almost, there's 300 now. Definitely hit the like button. Definitely. Let's pump up the likes so our bags can pump sooner. Yes, absolutely. What do we got? Chris, my guy. Safe travels, my friend. Literally going to Japan to get us some alpha. Makes me jealous. Go to Disney Sea. Absolutely, yeah. I'm hoping that this trip gets everybody a lot of, good insight and information, because here's the thing. I've been sick and tired of people saying that there's no transparency. They never know what's going on with Jasmine and Junction and stuff. So this mini documentary series is going to answer a lot of questions, going to clear a lot of things up, and it's going to put to bed all the FUD that they say that there's no transparency. Hara himself invited me down to Jasmine Labs. Phenomenal gentleman. Absolutely. Where are we here? Where are we? Try to catch up in the chat. Hit the like. Your life depends on it. Nice. What's up, man? Dave's in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Paul, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. You know me said, bought another 4 million Emiria today. Nice. Well, it's so hard at these prices not to, right? It's so hard. Strawberry Dragon in the house. What's going on? Jared, feeling good. Killing it with the new side gig. Absolutely, man. Not to mention, I'm part of the best crypto group fam out there. How was your I haven't flown yet. I fly tomorrow morning. Today was just running around, making sure I had everything that I needed. I had to make sure I also had all of the equipment required for filming the documentary as well, right? So Hara said I could film in the labs as much as I want, but it's up to me to provide my own equipment. So I had to make sure I had everything I needed, right? Leo, my guy, what's up, buddy? Mario says, it's a me, Mario. Here we go. Good evening, Senor Rob. I got to be honest, the cycle made me a man. There you go, yeah. Kicked you into puberty, brother. Kicked you into puberty. Beast mode. What's up, man? I'm curious what Hara's thoughts are on tech giants such as Apple strategically showing up late to the AI race. Yes, absolutely. Good question. Maybe I'll add that to the interview. Jovan, my dude, what's up, man? Mr. Routine Rob, safe travels, and please make time to explore and be part. Yeah, so the schedule will be a little wonky, obviously, guys, because I'll be on the other side of the planet, right? But I still will be providing all the content that I can. I'll be live a lot. I know that people like Andy, shout out to Andy, people like Andy are going to be happy because they're over on the other side of the world. So finally good time, daytime for him, right? What's up, Rob? I believe tomorrow we have the jobs report. Hopefully it's good. G, what's up, man? You the man? Thank you so much. John, praying for safe travels for you, my brother. May I plead to the blood of Jesus. I get the hiccups here. Over you and your family. God bless, my guy. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. DH, long time no see. Yeah. Ben, what's going on? No days off in crypto. Yes, River, what's happening? Milk Bunny's in the house. What's up? Hit the likes, not the nuts. Yes, absolutely. Jared says, don't leave us ever again, Rob. Some people can. It's like 24 hours I was gone. Praying for safe travels for you, my brother. Thank you so much. Benjamin, bro, I feel like that scene from Interstellar after the water planet 20 years past. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Benjamin. Jasmine to $1. Let's go, man. Let's go. Aaron, how dare you not give me 8 live streams? I lost my mind. Smart ass. Nice, brother. Nice. Everyone went through withdrawals today, Rob. Hey, I guess you don't know what you got till it's not around for a day, right? That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I feel appreciated now, right? Disciples of Jesus Christ. How do I get that free membership? There is no free membership, my friend. There is 50% off, though, on your brand new memberships. You just got to use the code that's in the chat right now, right? Matt, what's up, buddy? Bro, I feel like that scene from Stellar. Chappie got the hoof. He got the hoof. Have a safe trip, sir. Thank you, D's Nuts. See, I care about D's Nuts, and D's Nuts cares about me. You see how that works? Rise above. Safe travels to Japan, Rob. Hope you have an amazing time. Thank you. So you guys will be with me the whole time. I'll be live streaming from Japan. You better roll some sushi rolls for us on the live stream. Let's get it. Alex, what's up, buddy? Flying first class, brother? No. You know, I couldn't justify it, honestly. I really thought about it. But to spend $12,000 on a flight, I just felt like a douchebag thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't justify it. I would feel like an idiot if I did that. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. I'm on the same plane going to the same place, but I'm paying like $8,000 more. It's just, I don't know. It's a hustle. The plane lands in the same place. The front and the back, every part of the plane lands in the, I hope so anyway. Live stream on the flights on the phone. Yeah, I'm wondering if that will work. If I can live stream from the plane, I will. Right? I just don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. So, the one and only Gamma Goddess in the house. There she is. Let's get this money. Make sure to ask the pilot to hit a few pit stops so we keep the lives rolling. Yeah. I'm going to need you to go to Mexico first so I can land and live stream, bro. It's on the schedule. I don't make the rules, right? Gamma says, safe travels, Rob. Looking forward to your updates. Thank you so much, Gamma Goddess. I appreciate you. Ceiling fan, what's happening, man? How high do you see ETH going if we get a recovery before the bear market? I could see ETH hitting. I've always said that ETH for me is going to hit about $8,000, 7,500 to $8,000. I think would be fair for Ethereum. Start eating meals at the time they would. Helps get the jet lag of the majority. Thank you so much. Good tip. That's what she said. Ty, what's up, buddy? Safe travels. Thank you so much, man. Anime, yes. Mario, have fun and safe trip, brother. Japan is beautiful. Nice. Pokemon Jumbo Jets. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to that Pokemon land there, whatever it's called. Who wants to buy me a Patreon membership? There you go. Somebody put it up. You actually can gift Patreon memberships. I can put the link in the chat if you want. Who wants to buy? Rob, safe travels. If you get jet lag attacks, just yell Kamehameha. Instant recovery. Instant transmission back to the U.S. Hey, Rob, safe travels. Thank you so much. Saving up my dollars ready for the correction. There you go. Good plan. Last EBEC prediction for the month before your trip to safe travels. A prediction on Jasmine before the end of the month? I hate when people ask me for like an end of the month prediction. Like, it really depends on what Bitcoin does. ZBEC right now at 202. I don't think it's going to do much, man. I think it's going to stay pretty close to where it is right now. Honestly, it might go up, give or take 10, 15%. I think it's going to range and be choppy, to be honest with you. I don't see a major dip in ZBEC, but I don't see a major pump either. Braveheart, safe trips. If you see it, eat the taco yak. Thank me later. I'll have to look into that. Don't pack your medication in your check bags. Super important. Your medication in your check bag. Yes, absolutely. What do you think Zebek News is? I think they're going to announce their ISO 200.22 compliance or certification. That's what I think. I think Max brought that up in a Patreon live stream last week, and I tend to agree with him. I think that's probably what it's going to be. They said on their roadmap that they wanted to be ISO 200.22 compliant by the end of this year, right? So that would fit. That would fit. If the powers that be can manipulate the bear market, they can certainly manipulate the bull market 100%. Whoops, thought you were in the flight today. No, just getting ready for it. Rob, I don't see Miria coming down more than it did. Yeah, I think it's pretty close to bottomed. It's pretty close to bottomed for sure. I tend to agree with you there. Candyman, my brother was injured while playing peekaboo. He's currently in the ICU. Nice. Ramona, there she is. Can't wait for the videos from Japan. Travel safe. Thank you, Ramona. I appreciate you. Let me make sure you update me on the Pico meeting. Don't forget your Kit Kat, brother. That Japanese chocolate might be too strong. I don't even think I would be allowed legally to bring a Kit Kat into the country. Are you allowed to do that? I don't know. Boise, looking forward to your take on Japan. I decided long ago, yes, never to go back to Canada. I'm excited about that too, Boise. I'm definitely going to give you my opinion on it once I'm there. I think I'm going to love it. Have a super trip to Japan. Thank you so much. Danny says the Wi-Fi on ANA is terrible. I'm flying Air Canada, so I would really like a free Patreon to give it a try. Well, I mean, you could spend the money to get a Patreon membership, or you can just guess, right? Do you expect XCN to correct lower this week? It's Disciple of Jesus Christ. It's like the price of a cup of coffee every day, right? So. Do I expect XCN to correct lower this week? Yes, I do. I was doing shorts on the chart action of XCN over the last week. I think that XCN. Hang on, I'll give you my price target there for XCN. Un momento, por favor. So I'm just pulling the chart up here. Yeah, I think you see Onyx coin come down to around at least 20418 to 2042, something like that. You can rent a Wi-Fi hotspot, which works really well at the airport. Yeah, I'll be live streaming at the airport for sure. Make sure you buy the transit card at the airport for the vending machines and the subways. $40 is plenty. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Double check to make sure Otaku isn't hiding in your suitcase. Oh, you know he's hiding in my suitcase. There's no way around that. It will feel 100% weird being daylight there while it's a dead of night over here. Probably. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. One of the two. Amen to that. Amen to that. Ken, safe travels, Rob. During your trip, you have to post at least one video call round eye road trip. I'll be doing a lot of live streams from there, Ken. So no worries, brother. You guys are probably going to be sick of me live streaming from Japan. Last time I flew to Mexico, I watched the entire first season of Tokyo Vice on the plane. A great show based on true shit. Nice. Ramona says, holiday special on the Patreon, 50% off. Yeah, it's literally 50% off right now. So it's actually less than the price of a cup of coffee a day. It's half the price of a cup of coffee a day right now. Brock says, how has your hip been? Actually, the hip has not been too bad. I've been off of it, so it's been okay. I haven't put too much stress on it. I've been off the treadmill and everything as well, so it's not bad. It's not bad. Wow, that took us a long time to catch up on the chat. Let's get into some of the news here, guys. Been chatting for 40 minutes already. You guys must have missed me or something. It's like you like me or something, right? Let's Let's let Pomp talk for a little while here. All right. So Pompliano says investor sentiment is tanking and asset prices are following.
This week, concerns over high-growth technology and risk assets have been driven by a combination of bad news, cracks in the macroeconomic data, and Fed officials' hawkish tone. Binance Research did an amazing job breaking it all down for us. First, there's been a crack in the AI narrative. You can see it anywhere in the market or in the media. Previously, AI was almost the sole pillar supporting the high valuations of tech stocks. AI, AI, AI. But the market's no longer solely focused on the unlimited demand for AI. Investors are now examining the physical and financial costs of its implementation. On the physical constraint side, AI infrastructure provider CoreWeave is a great example. CoreWeave saw its stock plunge due to delays in power delivery. This once more reminds investors that AI expansion has been realistically constrained by power supply and physical infrastructure limitations. You gotta build things in the real world. Now, on the credit risk side, Barclays downgraded Oracle's debt, and they said that it is now a sell rating. It's highlighting its dangerously high debt-to-equity ratio of up to 500% and potentially depleted cash flow. Now, this reveals a risky shift. The AI race is moving from being free cash flow driven to highly leveraged debt driven. And as we know, debt and leverage, it can be the demise of any great investor or any great company. So this brings us to the external pressures that are facing the market, which frankly are just degrading investor confidence as well. On this front, we have seen intensified Chinese competition that includes strong AI progress and strong earnings reports from Alibaba and Tencent. These reports raise concerns about the US's leading position in AI. Is the US leading or is China leading? That answer is not known yet. Now that prompts investors to revalue high valuation US tech stocks as they're trying to figure it out. We've also seen weak global demand, including disappointing earnings from Japanese memory manufacturer Kioxia. This disappointing report triggered worries about the true global semiconductor demand, and that dragged down the entire US chip sector. People keep saying that there's lots of demand, but we got to see it in the numbers. And the pain doesn't just stop there. We have macroeconomic forces at play here too. The macro data cracks mainly appeared in the labor market, and that's been the talk of all the financial markets. Last Tuesday, we got a weak ADP weekly jobs report, and we also got an earlier private sector survey that was pretty weak as well. It painted a gloomy economic outlook, and it hurt market sentiment. The ADP weekly employment report showed that in the 4 weeks ending October 25th, private employers averaged over 11,000 layoffs per week. That implies the private sector may have lost around 45,000 jobs in October. That data unexpectedly turned negative. That obviously signals a clear economic warning. And investors don't like economic warnings. Now, in addition to the bad jobs data, Goldman Sachs, they have this pessimistic forecast. It's exactly what it sounds like. And it shows a decline of 50,000 jobs in the October non-farm payrolls report. 45,000, 50,000, what's a couple thousand between friends? If realized, this would be the worst non-farm payroll data since December of 2020. And the National Federation of Independent Business Optimism Index, that fell to a 6-month low. So that reflects a growing concern among small businesses about the economic outlook as well. Not exactly a rosy picture for the US economy. But wait, there is more. We also have to talk about the Federal Reserve and their recent commentary. Multiple Federal Reserve officials have delivered hawkish remarks to varying degrees. They generally indicated that the threshold for further rate cuts in the near term remains very high. They have to see the data to prove it. And inflation still is the primary concern. Now, they're influenced by these hawkish comments. The market's expectation of a Fed rate cut in December has plummeted from 70% last week to 50% today. So when you take these three things and you wrap them up all together, the crack in the AI narrative, the bad jobs data, and the hawkish commentary from Fed officials, it's not a surprise that investor sentiment has been cratering. But that doesn't mean that the market won't go up. It just means that investors are trying to figure out how to navigate all of the uncertainty. If investors are nervous or scared, asset prices usually fall. That's exactly what we've been seeing.
That's exactly it, guys. There is an extreme degree of uncertainty, not just in the crypto markets, in all markets right now. And you have to understand that. Nobody knows what's going on. There's such a crazy whirlwind of data, right? The government just opened back up. We haven't had jobs numbers. We just started quantitative, or we're just going to end quantitative tightening the beginning of December, which does not necessarily translate to immediate beginnings of quantitative easing. That could come a month or 2 or 3 months later, right? We haven't had any money printing. We've just recently started rate cuts. Now, we're not likely going to see a rate cut in December. There's so much back and forth and wishy-washy tariffs and, 100% tariffs on China. And then the next day there's no 100% tariffs on China. Then the next day they're back on again. And there's so much uncertainty in the markets right now, right? And that's going to translate to, obviously risk. So those people who can tolerate the risk, are probably buying right now, and either they're going to have to ride things down if things go south for a while until it comes back up in a few months, or they're going to make a small fortune because we go up. One of those two things is going to happen, right? It all depends on your patience level at the end of the day. So to sum it up, could go up, could go down, right? Let's get into an article, guys. You guys are crazy. All right. Crypto Fear and Greed Index plunges to alarming 11. Extreme fear grips the markets. Let's get into it. Look at this guy. Look at this sissy bear. Chicken wuss sissy bear, right? He's probably in the chat right now saying, "Why is everything going down? Why is my Miriam?" I'm just having fun, guys. The cryptocurrency market is experiencing intense pressure as the Crypto Fear and Greed Index has plummeted to just 11 points, indicating extreme fear among investors. This dramatic drop signals one of the most pessimistic market environments we've seen in recent months, creating both challenges and opportunities for crypto enthusiasts. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index serves as a crucial barometer for market sentiment. It calculates investor emotions using 6 key factors, as we've talked about multiple times, guys. Volatility, market momentum, i.e. volume, social media, surveys, dominance, and trends, right? We've gone through the rest of this multiple times, but we're down at 11 right now, guys, which can be a bottom indicator. It has that potential, right? So remember that. December Fed rate cut odds plummet. What this means for your investments. Market expectations for a December Fed rate cut are rapidly fading, creating significant implications for investors and traders. The sudden shift in sentiment follows an unexpected cancellation of October's crucial jobs report, leaving economists and market participants in the dark about key employment data that typically guides the Federal Reserve's decision. Again, uncertainty, right? The probability of a December rate cut dropped substantially after the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics announced that it will not release the October employment report. This critical data point serves as a cornerstone to the Federal Reserve's policy decisions, and its absence creates a substantial uncertainty in monetary policy. So basically, without that information, the Fed is most likely to just pause, right? When you don't know which direction the market is going, or so the economy is going, the best thing you can do is nothing until you know more, right? So it's not the wrong decision by the Fed. Without the October jobs report, Federal Reserve officials lack essential information about employment growth trends, wage inflation pressures, labor market participation rates, and unemployment dynamics. The Federal Reserve relies heavily on constant economic data to make informed decisions about interest rates. When key reports, like the jobs data, disappear from the landscape, policymakers become more cautious about implementing significant changes to monetary policy. This data gap means the December Fed rate cut becomes less likely because officials prefer to act with comprehensive information. The absence of October's employment figures creates a blind spot in understanding whether the labor market continues to cool or remains robust. The declining odds of the December rate cut have immediate consequences across financial markets. Bond yields may rise as traders adjust their expectations, while equity markets could face pressure from higher borrowing costs. Key sectors that benefit from the lower interest rates, such as real estate and technology, may experience increased volatility. Meanwhile, the US dollar could strengthen as delayed rate cuts maintain higher yields. Let's check the dollar. What's the dollar doing now? I'm so busy, I haven't been able to check the DXY. Check the DXY. Yeah, it is kind of pumping a little bit today. Not an extreme amount. So rate cut odds diminish for December. And a little bit of a pumpy pump today. A little pumpy pump, right? That's the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, little bit of resistance right here though, as you can see. Significant resistance here, with support here, support back here. So significant level. If it breaks through, you'd see the DXY climb probably at least somewhere in this range, somewhere around 101, somewhere in that range. And Bitcoin would likely dump further as a result of that. But let's cross that bridge when we get to it. You gotta break through this resistance here at 99.991. Before that, right? So yeah. Wow, we're almost at an hour already, guys. Holy smokes. The AI bubble, guys. This is one of the narratives going around that is causing a lot of uncertainty and fear as well, is the AI bubble.
Several recent deals, including yesterday's news that NVIDIA and Microsoft will pour $15 billion into Anthropic, renewing concerns of an AI bubble. Join us now, Greg Ip, Deputy Economics Editor and Chief Economics Commentator for the Wall Street Journal. The title of his latest piece, The Most Joyless Tech Revolution Ever, AI is Making Us Rich and Unhappy. I'm always happy, Greg, when I wake up and everything and feel okay. But I guess I kind of get what you're saying, but I'm not sure it's a bad thing, because we were all happy in 1999. We were all going to party like it's 1999, right? Maybe this skepticism that we have now is actually the wall of worry that allows us to not be like 1999 because we're unhappy about it or skeptical.
Well, I don't know about that, Joe. I mean, notwithstanding the unhappiness among the general public, it doesn't seem to be bothering Wall Street. I don't see any wall of worry there. But let's go back to the 90s, because I mean, I covered that period, as a journalist in the finance section at the Wall Street Journal. And I feel a real difference in just the overall atmosphere between then and now. I mean, that period was it was really kind of exciting and crazy, right? I mean, remember the sock puppet and the tow truck driver who got rich and bought his own island by trading internet stocks? There was sort of a playfulness to that whole era. And they were like, everybody was quitting their day job to go start a .com. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. And the bubble did burst, but the mood was very upbeat. And I don't feel that now. I mean, I feel that, unless you're like Sam Altman, or Satya Nadella, I just feel, or you just don't see that kind of optimism. It feels more like resignation, anxiety, and from some people I've even heard dread about what AI means for them, for society, and for the availability of jobs.
Are you sure that doesn't mean we're in the early innings of this, and that what you're talking about finally happens? But if you're early, it's got a long way to go, maybe.
Sure. So it's just like 1995 or is it 2000 on .com equivalent, right? I think that's what you're sort of asking. Look, I mean, one thing we know from history is that as people get more used to a technology, they become more comfortable with it. So kind of, in the early days of internet and email, people worried about loss of privacy and so on, but they eventually got used to it, and that did not stop the rollout. But again, I would be hesitant to draw parallels between past technologies and this technology. I looked at a survey from 1995. Are you comfortable or uncomfortable with internet? 2-to-1, people were comfortable. Then I looked at a survey that you at CNBC did in the summer, exact opposite with AI, 2-to-1, uncomfortable. And I also think, Joe, this has something to do with the overall sort of bad mood the country has, not just about AI, but in general, right? I mean, Trump is very frustrated that he's got low approval ratings on the economy, even though he thinks he's doing a lot for it, which is a lot of what is similar to what Joe Biden was going through in the last year of his presidency. And I think it's because there are so many things that are weighing down on people right now. It's like the cost of living. Under Joe Biden, it was the border. And I think now that AI is kind of like going in with that mixture too. So if you're asking the question, why is there a disconnect between numbers that say the economy is good, but people's moods are so lousy? I think that AI is a piece of that story.
It's a piece of it, but at the same time, Trump on his whole campaign trail, in fact, for the last year, the last like 12 months, has done nothing but talk about how he's going to pump our crypto bags. That's all he's talked about, right? You're going to love me. Remember when he's at the Bitcoin conference? You're going to love me. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy. Your bags are going to be to the moon and all this stuff. So, in terms of crypto investors anyway, our bags have done nothing but decline since he became president. So, yeah, of course there's a bad mood, right? But here's the thing I would add to that, guys. Remember that midterms are coming up and voting back in November of next year. So if the Republicans, now I don't want to make this a political thing, but if the Republicans want to have any chance in the midterms, the economy, the markets, the stock market, the crypto market, they cannot be in the crapper like they are right now, or they're done, right? So something to think about.
It might be social media puts everyone in a bad mood because it's poisonous. And we just had a government shutdown, and you see the political rhetoric because of the social media on both sides of the aisle is so cancerous at this point that everybody is in a bad mood. I'm not sure it's because of AI. It just might be the current political mood of the country, which you just alluded to. But I think it's all flamed. The flames are fanned by what the anonymous social media just nastiness that has everyone sort of aware of it, and then it gets amplified in the regular media.
Sure, I mean that's one part of it. I was going to say, but you had Greg Pinto from J.P. Morgan yesterday saying he thinks there's a correction. You got John Waldron this morning from Goldman Sachs saying he thinks
in AI.
No, he thinks they're all talking about a potential broader correction in the market, the stock market, and what that ultimately portends for the economy or what it says about the real economy, Greg.
Greg, you just said there's no wall of worry. I think it's the most hated market rally in history that we're in right now.
Well, I mean, you could be right, but let's ask the following question. Leave aside whether it's a bubble or not. So the S&P is up, 15% this year? People's 401ks are doing great. Like the average American household is financially, on paper, doing quite well. So why are moods so lousy? So I would argue that one reason why is that the people that are benefiting from this technology, the AI, either because they use it, mostly because it's in their 401k, are not the same people worrying about their lots of jobs. So like let's say if you're in your 50s and your kids are just coming out of college, you probably have a 401k, you're probably looking at retirement in 5 to 10 years, but you're worried about your kids. Are they going to have a job? I spoke to some people for this column, right? They work in finance, they work in other areas. They don't know where the career paths are, where the promotions are, because all they hear all day long is that those jobs, those careers are going to be done by AI. I mean, wouldn't you be kind of like anxious?
I don't know whether it's AI or just overall, Greg, but it's a good point. But we're happy here, and yeah, I think you're basically happy, aren't you?
If you're a young person and you can't get a job, and what I can't figure out, Greg, is what we're talking about. Are we ultimately talking in the next couple of years about what Dario Modi from Anthropic has talked about, which is we could be, upwards of 10% unemployment more? Are we talking about 20% unemployment? From AI. Are we talking about going back to, I wrote about 1932, 25% unemployment in this country? Is that where this is going? And if that's the case, we keep talking about this prospect, something, there's going to be a step change. If there is a step change, it's going to require a complete rethink and shift about our entire society in so many ways. And I know people talk about it as a sort of theoretical idea, but are we seeing the first breadcrumbs of it?
So I don't know whether it's going to be a zero unemployment rate impact, a 10-point or a 20-point. But I'll tell you the one thing, Andrew. I mean, can you think of another technology that you talked about on this show in the last 20 or 30 years, where one of the key proponents of that technology, somebody like a Dario Modi, came on and basically predicted that millions of people are going to lose their jobs and their livelihoods because of his technology? I don't think so. So don't you think it's kind of telling that the very people who are promoting and spreading and developing this technology and are like the ones that we're all listening to are describing this like dystopian future? Now, if I were a betting man, I would say it's probably not going to be as sweeping as Dario says. Look, the guys at the center of it, most people who are involved in promoting this technology, of course they're bullish about it, right? But we do know that the run rates of revenue from these companies, they're growing fast, but they're nothing like what you would expect to see if, in fact, you know, every middle management job is going to be replaced next year. So I personally think that people's fears are a little bit out of place here. But I would also say the AI industry would be foolish not to sort of take on board the kind of suspicion and mistrust there is out there. I mean, I look at polling data that showed that when people were asked about various industries, do you want more regulation or less regulation? It was AI really stood out. People had a very low trust of AI and a desire for more regulation that was very different from banking, healthcare, or utilities and energy. And I think that's a warning signal and something that the industry has to think about, because they can't be indifferent to how the public feels about this.
Yeah, I believe that AI is another factor to why there's so much uncertainty and fear across all markets right now, right? Not just crypto. So something to keep in mind. Let's get back into the chat a little bit. Isaac, safe travels. Let me know what it's like flying over this. A little nerve-wracking, man. A little nerve-wracking right now. We'll see. Yeah. I don't have an issue flying. I mean, I've flown to the States from Canada. I've never flown over the open ocean though. So, blasting people, folks. Well, here's the thing, Aaron, about the 4-year cycle that I would say, right? Technically, my first thought on it is this. Technically, if 126,000 was the top for Bitcoin, if it was, that would mean that the 4-year cycle is still intact, right? First of all. But second of all, what I would say that for those who don't believe in the 4-year cycle and think that it's done, it's a fugazi, it doesn't exist, whatever. If you don't believe in the 4-year cycle or believe that it's broken, well then, if we are going down into a bear phase or a bear market, then theoretically, if the 4-year cycle is broken, then the bear market wouldn't be as long either. It would be more of a bear phase, right? Since the cycle's broken, you couldn't depend on past bear market trends. If you can't, here's the point I'm trying to get at. If you're saying the 4-year cycle doesn't exist, it's broken, and you can no longer depend on the bull run part of the bull phase part of the cycle, well, then you also cannot depend on the bear market phase of the cycle data either, right? So that would mean that you shouldn't be looking at such a long-term bear phase anymore either, right? Just food for thought. There's two sides to that coin. It's not just all bearishness, right? How bullish is the Fed announcements to end quantitative tightening on December 1st? Very bullish. Very bullish. What will be more bullish, though, is the beginning of quantitative easing. That's the one you really want to see, though, right? Isaac, sushi roll on me, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Isaac, always supporting me. I appreciate you, brother. Tech revolution needs crypto to make the people happy. Duh. Exactly. Architect, Zora is ready to Sora. I feel it. I am a fan of Zora, my friend. All right, guys, we are all out of time. I got to finish getting ready for the flight first thing in the morning. I will be live streaming from the airport. I'll be live streaming as often as I can. So stay tuned for that. And the schedule will be a little wonky, obviously, but I will be here for you guys, okay? So jump over to the Patreon while you can, guys. I will be heavy into dropping trades over there. We are 50% off right now. Use the link and the code in the chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.